Hey guys, welcome back to Daily Roller. So today we are starting Ninjago Legacy set reviews. Normally I save the concept review, and the concept review is generally for the flyer or spinner of the wave. Normally I save that for the end, but actually I've managed to get my hands on one of these new 2019 spinners, and I don't have any of the sets. So I figured I would review these spinners before I review the sets. And the sets come out on January 1st. I'm planning to get some of them, and I will start doing Legacy set reviews then. But for now, we're gonna take a look at the spinners, and I'm gonna share my thoughts on about these spinners. In a normal concept review, I will talk about the concept, the minifigures, and the actual play. But since the minifigures are not exclusive to these new spinners, we will not be talking about the actual minifigures. Instead, we will be talking about customization, and we'll be taking a look at the defense, attack, and speed modes of these new 2019 spinners. So our three categories for this video will be concept, customization, and play. With all that being said, let's get started. So we'll be taking a look at the concept of these new spinners. Right here we have a coal spinner. I think what's interesting about these is they don't actually stand up. As you can see, they don't stand up on their own. So you put them in these little holders, and I think that is pretty cool. Now, concept, we're also going to be talking about the design. I think the designs of these new spinners are really amazing. I love the different blends of colors, each of them having two different colors, one of which is kind of transparent. In this spinner, the black color is transparent, with the orange not transparent. What's more is that you can just stick the minifigure in, and there's these two little studs at the bottom, and I think that's really cool. It's very easy to handle, and it's pretty nice. And I also like the way it looks like a Spinjitzu tornado, so I think that was really well done on the designer's part. You can just spin it like this, and it looks actually like a Spinjitzu tornado quite a bit, and that is different from any other Ninjago spinner wave that we have gotten before. I think that is all very cool about this, that they're kind of going back to their roots and essentially revamping the original 2011 spinners. Now we'll be taking a look at customization and the three different customization modes that come with this. Every one of these new spinners has three new modes. We have speed mode here, defense mode here, and attack mode here for coal spinner. The speed mode tends to be kind of light with them just being fangs. Defense mode is a lot more bulky, and attack mode is also pretty bulky, but it's also, going on the offensive. So taking a look at speed mode first, I think it's actually really cool to say that speed mode actually does make the spinner faster. What's cool about all these things is you can actually take off these things and you can add them right to the spinner. So I think that's really cool. I love the customization. You can mix and match as well. So I can take one of these and I can add it to this spinner as well. So if I just remove it like this, I can also add it here, and I can have one defense and one speed at the same time. And I think that is really interesting, actually. Now, moving on to defense. Defense is really bulky, but I think the design is quite cool for the defenses. It is defense, it does kind of operate like that. Then again, it is pretty bulky, and it kind of slows the spinner down a bit. Same can be said about attack, but I think the main purpose of attack is, attacking. And it's kind of different in the sense that, it kind of stretches out. It's a lot bigger. Whereas the defense mode is kind of shorter and, just more bulk. Attack mode kind of goes a bit longer and has more of this going on. And if you spin it around, it is a pretty cool weapon. I love the customization with these, how you can just, remove them from here and add them to the spinner to make, your own customization of how you want this to look and how you want it to operate in a Spinjitzu fight. And lastly, we'll be taking a look at the play and talking about what exactly the spinner is meant for, and what I think of the play experience. This spinner is very clearly meant for battle. Just like the 2011 spinners, these are meant for essentially battling each other, and it's like that. So the 2011-2019 spinners are clearly meant for battling each other, whereas the Airjitsu, Dragon Masters, and the 2018 Spinjitzu Masters are meant more for tricks and trick shots and wowing your friends and stuff. They can spin on their sides, they can spin upside down, you can spin it while it's still in the holder, and that's cool and all, but I think battle is definitely something that Ninjago fans like a lot more. I think what they've especially nailed with this is customization. The 2011 spinners were customizable, but to a certain extent. You could only add bricks and stuff, and you could add stuff on the bottom, I think, but that's about all you could do with these. With these, you can add these different modes which are very specifically designed to do stuff, like defend, attack, and for speed. And you could also do mix and match, which I think is pretty cool as well. Now, one thing that I kind of have a bit of an issue with is you can't really have your character holding weapons. I think that is a bit limited. And if you do have your character holding weapons, like I have Cole right here, it kind of makes it a bit harder to spin. And that's the only con I have with it. It can be a bit hard to spin at times, but not usually. I think for the most part, it is pretty straightforward. You just hold it like this, you hold it from the top, and you spin it. And I think that is really cool. it spins very nicely and a lot like the 2011 spinner, but it's really cool in a way. I love the way it spins. With the defense mode, it kind of is more bulkier, as you can imagine, and the same goes for the attack mode as well. Kind of it extends the length, but the speed mode actually does make it is lighter, and it actually does make it go a bit quicker. All in all, I think these new customization features are really cool and help to add to the total play experience. All in all, I think that these new 2019 spinners are fabulous. They are as good as the 2011 spinners, and they're on par with them. And that is definitely a nice refresher, considering the Spinjitzu Masters and the Dragon Masters were not that good. The Spinjitzu Masters especially were pretty bad, Beyblade ripoffs. And I think it's nice to see something that isn't a Beyblade ripoff and that you don't need a ripcord to use. And I think that's definitely really cool that Ninjago is going back to its roots. This is really cool when the Legacy Wave, when this wave that is about set remakes actually brings back the old spinners, but also makes them new at the same time and kind of modifies them. I think that is really cool. So these new spinners are amazing, and I really do hope that they extend into a new line. I hope the Spinjitzu Slam stuff that is rumored to be coming in the upcoming summer is actually these same spinners or something. I'd love to see it become like a big line such as the 2011 spinners, as they did also extend to the Serpentine Wave. Yeah, that's it for this review. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone, everyone you know, and let me know what you guys think of these spinners if you have them, or even if you don't, just let me know what you guys think of these spinners. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.